Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode in a new Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing some Victoria 2 as the Ottoman Empire. So this is the kind of Let's Play that I don't too often. First of all, I don't play Victoria 2 too much because while I do, like, this game has really cool things in it and it has really bad things in it. And I feel that the really cool things they don't weigh up for the bad things. But I guess sort of one of the primary reasons that I don't play this too much is that you can't, well I can't anyways, do the thing I usually do where I play some small insignificant nation and I do some fancy dumb strategy and I become strong and big and it's awesome. I can't pull that off in this game, and that's why I'm playing as the Ottoman Empire, because they're decently powerful, and I feel like I can mess up quite badly with the Ottoman Empire and still have a decent bit of an empire going. So that's one of the reasons I want to play as them. Plus, I feel like I think it's smart to start out as a decently powerful nation so that I can learn a little bit more about this game and try and become better. So maybe one day I can start playing as small, insignificant nations and do fanciness and stuff. And I mean, one of the other primary reasons that I'm playing this is, of course, that you guys keep requesting that I play this. I keep getting comments of people wanting me to do another Victoria 2 Let's Play. I think I've only done one so far, although I have tried to do some Let's Plays before that never really reached YouTube because I messed up really badly, and it kind of, it would have been short Let's Plays, let's just put it that way. Anyways, so I have a little bit of a fancy strategy I'm going to start out with, just because, I feel like having a Let's Play that I do without starting out with some fancy plan is just not quite me. So I'm going to start out by trying to conquer Punjab, because conquering Punjab is most likely going to be pretty awesome if I can pull it off. I still can't really guarantee that this strategy is going to work out as the Ottoman Empire. So far I've only tested it as other nations. Basically the trick is you ally the United Kingdom and you try and convince them to join your war against Punjab when you declare it. So I'm just going to start increasing relations with the United Kingdom. I don't know if that increases the odds of them joining in my war, but if it does, I want to make sure I have all the bonuses to make it more likely that they will join in. So let's go and increase relations. So yeah, a couple of warnings about this Let's Play. First of all, as I mentioned, I'm not that good at this game, especially when you compare to other Paradox titles. And there's also most likely going to be lower frame rate in this Let's Play than there is in my other Paradox Let's Plays, or Let's Plays in general, I guess. That's just because, I don't know, I don't know if it's because my computer is crap or if it's because this game is poorly optimized. I know for a fact my computer is not crap. So I don't know the exact reason why this game does not like to cooperate with my PC, but I think the fact that I'm recording has something to do with it, because it doesn't really happen when I'm not recording. And yeah, well, it's expected. Now I'm playing at full speed, so it's expected that the frame rate drops then. But you can see, even if the game is not running, like when I'm moving around right now, I'm varying between 20 and 30 frames. That's not very good. But so I don't know. If you can tolerate that, then yeah. And there is also most likely going to be a lot of... I'm going to try and keep my complaining about this game to a minimum, because I know that it's not fun to listen to a random idiot on the internet complaining about how he doesn't like certain features in a video game that he has voluntarily chosen to play. But I mean, yeah, there are a lot of things in this game that I just don't like, and I'll most likely mention a lot of them. So yeah, I think those were all the warnings and all the intros I had to do. Now let's go and declare war on Punjab, and let's all just, get together and pray that the British are going to join up. Let's get some last relation improvements here, just to try and maximize the odds of them joining up. Here's one of the reasons, one of the things I don't like about this game. I don't like that it's sort of random whether or not your allies are going to join up with you. I think that's kind of because it's just one of those things in this game that are luck based, and I don't like things that are just purely luck based. I prefer anyways things that rely on, you know, strategy. Because I feel like a lot of the things in this game is just you can do a bunch of strategy stuff, but a lot of it is just affecting your luck. In the end, it's, you know, whether or not you're lucky that's gonna, you know, matter quite a bit. For example, Infamy is purely luck based. There are things you can do to affect it, I think. I've heard at least, but they are very luck based. And I mean, Infamy is a lot bigger of a deal in this game than in other Paradox titles, because the game is so short that having bad luck with Infamy is a lot worse in this game than other games. And another thing that's, you know, just makes the issue worse is that this game has this system where you take the infamy before you declare the war. So that's fun. So if you fuck up the war, or if the allies you needed to join in the war didn't join, congratulations, you just gained a bunch of infamy and there's nothing you can do about it. Here you go. Now I'm complaining already. How am I don't know. Yeah, there's a reason I put a warning up there. Because there will be complaining. I can guarantee it. Right, so the thing I'm doing right now is I'm replacing my army. I'm also going to set my national focuses to clergymen, because we start out with an absolutely crappy research, like literacy level and the amount of research points we have. We also start out as great power, meaning I should try and manage my sphere of influence. I think like the primary nation I want to start out focusing is Persia, because they are currently friendly with the Russians, and I think the Russians are investing. I probably should have started from day one. Did they discredit me? Really? The United Kingdom wow, okay. Yeah, so because I mean, it's kind of obvious that at some point I would want to invade Persia, and I can't have Russia coming and kicking my butt if that's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so I think Britain is doing what I hope, you know, what I was hoping that they would do. They are indeed conquering. The reason why I learned that I could do this as the Ottomans was that, first of all, I was playing as Greece, and I did the same trick in my Greek campaign, which I never, you know, put on YouTube. So basically, I think this can be done with any nation that can ally Britain. Although you kind of have to rely on, you know, that happening early on. Just because. So what do I want? See, that here is a glorious example of how I'm worse at this game. Like, it's a lot of times it's like really obvious what you want, but for me right now I don't really know what I want to start out researching. I don't know if I'm going to need romanticism. It's usually something I go for really early, but as the Ottomans we already start out as a great power. I guess we should probably get it just to try and keep that great power status, because it's important. So we can increase our influence in Persia. I'm actually not very used to doing the whole influence game, because I usually fuck up my campaign so badly when I play this that I never really reach great power status. So that's a thing. Where are my boats? Are my boats dying? Yep, they are dying. See, this is like, what am I supposed to do with this? I think if I increase this a little bit, I might be able to fix it. Does that fix it? Nope, doesn't fix it at all. What if I increase this? How much do I have to increase it before it stops? If it is even going to stop. Yeah, my fucking navy is dying. No, I think I just stopped it. Yeah, I did. So yeah, here's one of many reasons that I kind of why my feelings are so about this game. It's sort of, you know, I don't even think I need this many boats. They're just costing me more money than I would like to pay. And let's face it, who on earth am I supposed to be beat in a naval fight? No one is the answer. I need money more than boats right now. Alright, so my armies are coming together quite nicely, I think. So let's go ahead and get them together. So of course my initial move to try and take Punjab kind of messed up my infamy in a way that makes it so that I can't really do too much for a while, which is just how it's gonna have to be, I guess. There's not much I can do about that other than wait. So the fact that I'm purely focusing on Persia right now is really nice because it allows me to get my relations up rather quickly. And I think, yeah, I just became friendly, so now I can start bumping down the relations of Britain and Russia, which should leave Persia alone so that I can go beat their butt. I want to make sure I invade Persia really early on because they are a nation, they start out with a bunch of progress already towards westernization, and once they westernize, any dreams of conquering Persia will be crushed. And I will most likely never conquer all of Persia, but I would prefer to link up my lands with, like my proper Ottoman lands with Punjab, which are going to make the borders look kind of awkward, but, you know, if you came for pretty borders, don't play Victoria, because of the fact that, you know, the game is made with these regions that you can only conquer specific regions. You can't select individual provinces, and that automatically kind of makes the borders bad. It was especially bad back in the day before they patched the game, because the AI was even dumber back in the day. For some reason, Britain had a thing with conquering, I don't know, I can't remember if it was Novgorod or Tver, something in here. They always just conquered this, which makes absolutely no sense. Why would Britain conquer this? I don't know. Talking about Britain, how are you doing? Yeah, they're about to finish off Punjab. Tripoli just surrendered, so now we can re-annex them. Re-annexing actually does not make sense because we don't actually have cores on Tripoli. So I guess it starts out the game while the Ottomans are invading Tripoli. I can't see any other, you know, explanation to that. But whatever. Let's keep moving. So, oh yeah, my guys are dying. That is bad. I'm pretty confident that's bad. So let's stop that. So yeah, now we have some better armies which are going to help us out. Of course, another obvious choice for invasion would be Egypt, because we start out with plenty cores on them. And also it's going to be important if we ever want to get into the race for Africa. No, the scramble for Africa. I got to get my terminology correct there. I can't really decide. I don't know if I'm going to go for Egypt or Persia first. They both suffer from the same problem in that they are going to be they're going to be two of the first nations to westernize, which are going to make conquering them a lot more difficult. Although I feel like Egypt is, you know, you can wait a little bit. Well, I speak of this as if I know something, but I'm going to start getting some influence in Egypt so that if stupid Europeans come in and try and influence them, I can be like, ah, hell no, you ain't doing that, and then whoop their ass. Oh yeah, I'm strategic, you know me. Alright. But of course I can't really, well, I can declare war on Egypt actually, because I have cores on them, so I don't have to take Infamy. But I usually like to, at least, regardless who I declare war on, I like to at least do one thing with Infamy, because it's better to, you know, declare a war for Sinai, which you fabricate, and then add these provinces as war goals, because you'll get less infamy in the long run by doing that. And there we go, Punjab is now Ottoman Punjab, which just, yeah, here you go, one of the main reasons why I wanted Punjab. The population of this place, I think it's like 2.7 million, it's amazing, let's just be honest about it. Of course, it's kind of, you know, it's right here, which is a problem, because I can't get there. Or can I? Can I walk through? No. But my plan is most likely going to be to conquer Sindh, which is just a one province place, so I can take it just by using 10 infamy. Well, that's most likely going to be a little bit later. I want to try and secure a couple of those things that I can only get early on, because I think Sindh stays kind of derpy and uncivilized and unconquered and irrelevant for quite a while. So, and I can just recruit some local Punjabi folks, Pashtuns and whatnot. And they should, you know, suffice, they should be able to, you know, rule themselves in a way. Yeah, I will use locals to control the locals. Genius. Classical empire strategies. Alright, let's make some more love to Britain, just because I have Diplo points that I want to spend. Should probably aim to get some more allies. I've seen the Ottomans ally the good old Prussians before, and Prussia, now that would be a valuable ally, much more valuable than Britain most likely. Britain was primarily just for this initial thing that I wanted to do. long term, I want to have Germany slash Prussia slash, you know, that kind of stuff on my side. Because if, you know, when Germany unites, if they unite, which they most likely will, they can just ruin poor little Russia, as long as they're not fighting a two-front war, which they actually often do, because Russia is allied to France. But I've even seen them, you know, Germany's a beast. Germany, once they form, is kind of like the France of EU4. They are just, they're powerful. Simple as that. Prussia is strong. Very strong. Can I please... Why am I misclicking? There you go. So I'm going to be getting my troops along the border with the Ottomans, just because... No, the Ottomans, really. The Egyptians, because I'll most likely go to war with them soon. I can't declare war on Persia yet, so that's not going to happen. So I think there are certain things... Yeah, we can lower this. There's no purpose to paying a gajillion monies for this. What are we paying for? Oh yeah, the stockpile is... or the... construction. Construction is costing us a lot right now, so that's one of the primary things we're spending money on. But I think our economy improved quite a bit with the annexation of Punjab, so I think that was worthwhile doing. But we're only number 7. I dislike how low in the rankings we are, and I can't wait to get higher if we can do that. Yeah, if we can win some war, get some prestige, things should work out, I think. And now we're sneezing. Alright. So yeah, the infantry and the stuff and the things are getting built. And we can further influence Egypt. So we're just gonna... No, that's Persia. Blah blah blah. Egypt. Of course, influencing Egypt is gonna be kind of a pain in the butt soon. Because they're gonna be hating me, you know, a lot when I start conquering their asses. We can actually fabricate a claim right now, which I think we should just do. I feel like the only... well... Yeah, we're working on Persia, and well, in previous patches, Russia always conquered Persia, but I don't see that as often anymore, so maybe we can pull off holding on, you know, holding off Persia a little bit. How civilized are they? They're still just 40%, and Egypt is not quite as much, but they get a decision that improves that. And I feel like declaring war on Egypt without fabricating anything is just dumb. So, yeah, that's my opinion anyways. Alright, let's go... Get some more troops into the game. I need navies, probably at some point. Well, not probably at some point. I need navies. Primarily transport navies, because... Well, why do I try to explain why I need transport navies? Of course I need freaking transport navies. Regardless, the clergymen are getting... Yeah, I think 2% is what you want them to be at. Either 2% or 4%. 4% sounds like a lot. What is the optimal? 2%, yeah, 2% is optimal. So, yeah. Another thing, I'm not going to be reading the newspaper. Only sometimes, because it's fucking boring. So, yeah. That's as easy as I can put it. I think it's a neat little feature, but it's not, you know. Alright, so yeah, Mr. Egypt man has no friends, no love, but they have land that I want. Like, if I can eventually just totally annex Egypt, that'll be plenty of population to add to my lovely already existing population. Yeah, that will actually bring me up to 10 million, which is nice. Probably gonna hold off doing anything like Afghanistan and Central Asia, if I'm ever gonna get in here before Russia does, until I get the nationalism and imperialism and I'm still a great power, because then I can annex Afghanistan in like one war. I would prefer if Afghanistan would go conquer their core in bulk before I take them, but why am I even talking about? Like, this is my disease. I talk about... I make plans that I have no idea if we'll actually succeed at some point. So I feel like that's my primary goal in this campaign. I will go into the campaign with low expectations, so if it all comes out poorly, I won't be angry. That is my strategy. Right, can we fortune tariffs? It's just I just don't feel like it's worth it. See, like, I don't even like produce negative tariffs can be used to subsidize. Yeah. But what does actually tariffs do? I feel like most Paradox games is like, you know, you understand the game, right? You know how things work. But in this game, there's just so many things that I'm like, what? Like when you get colonies, you're like, hey man, I want to make them states, so I need population there. How the fuck do I get my dudes to move to Africa? No idea. God, now I'm complaining again, aren't I? I am... You know... Did I overbuild artillery? I might have overbuilt artillery. Yeah, there's a lack of infantry in my armies. I was about to say I can always just build more infantry later, but I can't because this game, like this game, like most games, has this thing where initially you can't really build too much units, and the more time that passes, the more you can have, right? Paradox games, anyways. This game is opposite. You start out being able to recruit quite a lot, but that quickly drops to like under half, like my experience in it is under half of what you could originally get, and then it starts building up again as your population increases. It's just one of the things in this game that I just don't understand. I think it has something to do how much you fund your army or something like that. Fuck, why am I funding my army? I haven't even got my casus belli yet. So I'm going to justify a demanding of concession. Our limit is 25. Yes, it is. Good. So we can safely get this, and we can mess up pretty hard without, you know, dying. So, I mean, I'm going to hope for a little infamy, but, I mean... No, let's have low expectations. I know this is most likely gonna, you know, fail miserably, and we're gonna cry, and it's gonna be... No, we're not gonna cry. We're gonna know from experience that this game likes to say fuck your infamy, and yeah. We're over half though. Okay, the Russians are getting into Central Asia, which, you know, they usually take this province, I think. Yeah. And then they just sphere everything, and then they can no longer conquer anything. And yeah, 1.1. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I would have preferred that the Punjabi fabrication would have gone better, but that didn't happen. So let's be happy and, you know, be calm. And it's okay, right? Right. So no, is anyone being? No, let's actually. Can I decrease the opinion of the United Kingdom? No, I need to be better first. No, the United Kingdom is not investing in Egypt. That is good, because fuck them. It's my place. It's my land. You can, on the other hand, add Persia to our sphere, which I'm not gonna do because I want to conquer their butts. So then we're gonna say fuck you to the Russians, and basically what we've done right now is that we've made it so that we can now safely invade Persia. No one's gonna stop us. Well, let's face it, Bukhara and Kokand is not gonna stop us. What are they going to do? They're, you know, in the category of nation. They start out with quite an impressive amount of troops for their population and their, you know, power, but that quickly drops like nothing. And once, once Bukhara and these nations have gone through like one cycle of war, they become a lot weaker, just because they don't have the population to retake or rebuild those troops. For example, if you look at this army, that was a bad example. This army I know for a fact. Yeah, all these red units, basically what it says is that there are so few people in Tripoli right now that there is just no way that this place can support that kind of an army. So when that unit dies in battle, you cannot re-recruit it, and that sucks. But that's another good argument for playing a big nation. If you're playing as a big nation, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're playing as, you know, I don't know, like Texas, they're gone now. But if you're playing as Texas and you start out with like 9,000 troops, I think, and once those troops are dead, they are dead. You will never get those troops back unless you conquer some land with population. Does this count as complaining? Am I complaining again? I feel like I'm complaining again, which is bad. Shouldn't be doing that, you know. Should man up and just accept faith and stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and claim, you know, the region everyone starts out. And for some, like, I know it's called CNI, but I have to check because, what do you call that? Is that OCD or is that, what do you call that kind of a thing? Where you, like, I know the phone is in my pocket, but I have to check it anyways. I know I locked the door, but I have to get off my freaking bike and check it anyways. Is this just me? I think a lot of people have that. I think it has to be really severe before you actually have OCD. Well, I know that it has to be really severe before it counts as a psychological disease. That makes sense, you know, just because, you know. Why am I talking about this again? I don't know. Can we call Britain to this? Why would I call Britain? That would be absolutely idiotic. Here's another thing that I was about to complain again, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it later. Too much complaining in one go right now. I'm going to calm it down a little bit for a while. We're just going to do a peace... I was about to say peaceful war. That did make sense. We're just going to do a war against Egypt. We're going to demand that... yeah, did I click Sinai? I know of course I clicked Sinai. What did I ever... Anyways, proceed. The War of the Sinai Concession. So the idea here is I'll conquer this, which is just going to make future wars easier as well, because it makes it so that this land is just locked off and it allows me to occupy it easy. And that's nice, so, you know, why not? So let's go invade all the things and hope that my awful army composition is not going to be enough to kill me. Because that would suck, you know. Man, it's so unusual. I'm so used to playing crappy derpy nations that have like no army. So to actually have like a decent force of units marching around conquering stuff. I'm like, what is this? EU4? Look how fast I was. Usually I have like 3 regiments and they spend like literally years in-game time to conquer like one thing. It's pretty sad. Free relations. Why would anyone click the other option? I don't know, maybe some awkward roleplay crap, but this is not roleplay. This is let's try and not suck at Victoria 2. While you know, trying to make videos that does not, like, it's all about avoiding suckiness, you know? Trying to make videos that don't suck, trying to not suck at the game, you know, it's a simple focus. And I think that's what I need. I can't have complicated plans because the game fucks me over and I fuck it up. And yeah. This is almost like a rant. It's me ranting about Victoria 2. Wow. I've actually considered making a video called The Problems with Victoria 2. Because I feel like, you know, I feel like it would be fitting because I keep complaining, like, well, I haven't complained. It's just that I've made 2 Let's Plays. Well, I've tried to make 2 Let's Plays that never reached YouTube because, like, I won't say I necessarily failed them, but I failed my plan, and also bullshit happened, and it demotivated me so badly that I just didn't want to play anymore. And I thought, like, I haven't even posted the first episode yet. Why am I even going to bother? Like, I'm obviously not going to continue this, so why post any episodes? That would just make you angry as well when I wouldn't continue a Let's Play. I mean, I think that's fair though, just ending a Let's Play because reasons. Like, every Let's Player of Paradox games is guilty in just ending a Let's Play because they don't feel like playing anymore. Ask anyone. This is kind of a high, like, behind the scenes thing, but there's no denying it. You end a Let's Play because it's not something specific. It's more just a you're just not feeling it. And oh, hello Egypt, what are you doing? Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, bad Egypt. Go die. That's all you're good for. Providing me with land. Man, it's almost a little bit nice not having to deal with the annoyance of, like, when you defeat an army, they run all across the world and, you know, but it works both ways. Like, if you're attacked in Europa Universalis 4, you can sort of recover from an initial defeat. But in this game, yeah, not so much. Not only that, once your army has been defeated initially, it's dead forever. So, yeah, basically the morale of this game is don't fuck up. But the sad thing about it is that if, like, what decides if you fuck up or not is very much... I'm complaining again. What can I talk about? Like, I need to come up with something to talk about in this game that is not, you know, angry and complaining. I guess I can just do a little bit of a mini rant of all the things that is awesome with this game, because I feel like this game deserves some credit for all its awesomeness, because let's face it, this game is good. I think this might be a bad comparison, just because I don't know how many people know, like, you know, can recognize the comparison, but I often like to compare this game with Call of Duty World at War. Yes, I used to play Call of Duty back in the day before I realized that, you know, PCs and strategy games are awesome. Yeah. Because my favorite, it's kind of like, I would pretty much say that Call of Duty World at War is my favorite Call of Duty game ever, but just because it's, you know, it's unique, it's awesome stuff. But, you know, the game suffered from a couple of the things that I feel this game suffers from. It has just a couple, like, the overall game is really well made and it's awesome, but it has a couple of flaws that not necessarily break the game, but they kind of do. Like the Infamy thing. Oh my god, the Infamy in this game is so bad. Why? There are so many very simple adjustments they could have done to the Infamy in this game. Like, I want to be able to know how much Infamy I'm going to take on, you know, before. Like, if you're going to include luck into your game, it shouldn't be about these really, really important things. Like think about the things that are all about luck in this game. Like the colonization, it's not about a technology that you have to research. No. It's about one of these dumb little ideas, and it's totally random who gets that first. And now I'm complaining again, but it has to be mentioned. I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna say it. I just feel like if I complain too much, people are gonna be sort of turned off about this video, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna watch some other Let's Player who actually knows what he's doing and actually just uses awesome strategy to, you know, do the things that I can't do, instead of just sitting about complaining about the fact that I can't do it. Oh my god. But hey, you guys, I blame it on you. It was you guys who wanted me to play this. And I'm gonna be honest, I really also wanted to play this. But I don't know. I feel like I've sort of put this standard up when I put videos on YouTube, that they kind of have to be unique and cool and whatnot. It's kind of my style, if you want. Which kind of sounds dumb, because I put out a bunch of Let's Plays that are not original and not cool and unique at all. So, yeah. That's a thing. Okay, how much war? I know we can enforce our goals, kind of, but I'm just gonna go all out in this war, I think. There's no infamy cost to it, so why not, right? Lebanon or Syria? I think Lebanon. Lebanon. Interestingly, the Levant in this game is crap. Like, there's no one living in the Levant, so you might think, like, oh man, I'm expanding my empire so much. I'm not actually doing that. I'm just, well, I am expanding it, but not that much. Because, you know. Like, the real population in Egypt is found around this area. Like, it's red right here. And like, well, actually, there's actually a decent population in Aleppo. And Damascus. Here we go, 200,000. You can see, like, this chunk right here. And the annoying thing is that you have to conquer, like, all of Egypt until you can get to the real juicy regions. Well, you do get some of them by taking Sinai, but, you know, that's whatever. But I think I'm going to end this episode here without ending the war, because I feel like it. I don't know, I think I forgot to start my timer. Well, I know I forgot to start my timer, so I'm sort of just estimating a little bit, and I don't want the first episode to be too long. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this episode. Hopefully you're happy about me finally playing this game again, if you're one of the persons who supported that decision, or, you know, requested me to play more of this. If you're not, then there will be plenty of other videos as well. But yeah, anyways, regardless, thanks so much for watching this episode, and until next time, bye.